What's going on, everybody? It's Blackjack in the Ashhole. We're doing another bar talk. I promise there is no drinking yet. There has been drinking, but a lot of you were kind of interested in the Royal Rumble segment that we did, so we were like, okay, let's do the aftermath of the Royal Rumble since we both watched it. Didn't watch it together. I was working, so I watched it kind of on my own separate time. She watched it live when it actually happened.
There was a lot of drink breaks to get through that.
Lot of sleep, a lot of editing, a lot of production stuff that I had to do to get through all of that. Yeah. Okay, so but we didn't watch the pre-show, so like little bit of knowledge there so that you know beforehand. We did not care about that Bobby Roode Chad Gable match. We didn't watch Shinsuke Nakamura Rusev. Although Shinsuke won the title that night, and then the Buddy Murphy. I actually said that one. I said Buddy Murphy was going to win, and I told you the reason why.
Oh, yeah, you did say that, didn't you?
Yeah, because I actually know how to whisper on this show. Have you noticed that every time that you have tried to whisper something to me, the mic catches it? And the one time I whispered something to you about why he would win, it didn't catch anything.
I still don't know why you said he would win. I forgot. Oh, see, this is why I don't remember what you said. Mm-hmm. Because I can't hear that with the earbud.
Okay. But but now you know. And you know what the great thing? You know what the great thing is going to be? What? Mike caught none of that. I guarantee you that Mike caught none of that.
Well, yeah.
Expert whisperer here. But anyway, sure. We'll go ahead and get started with the Royal Rumble. So the first match of the night that wasn't on the pre-show was, of course, Asuka versus Becky Lynch for the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship. I
gave it 3 thumbs up emojis to you that night.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Yes, that's her star rating. So she does 3 thumbs up apparently. I don't rate matches. I just tell you if it's good or not. I thought that this was a nice brutal way to open up the show. A nice brutal match, back and forth. They didn't do too many fancy things or try to get too cute. It just felt like a nice back and forth, like real fight.
Yeah.
I think it went like the perfect length of time. It wasn't too silly. And just to see the way Asuka beat Becky, to put her in the Asuka lock.
Brutal. My neck hurt looking at that.
And then, so, like, it was almost like, have you ever seen the move cattle mutilation before?
I mean, that sounds quite familiar.
I'll show it to you afterwards. It's one of Daniel Bryan's moves that he made popular. It's essentially, you know what? Okay. Pause here, and then once I show her, we'll come back. So yeah, so that's the move. Yeah. So it's he puts you in a chicken wing, and then kind of like flips backwards and like stretches it even further back. Yeah. That was kind of similar to what Asuka did when she had her in the Asuka lock, and then it's like anything with the bridge usually looks a lot more brutal. Yeah. Like it was the same thing like with the figure 4 and what Charlotte's done with it.
What do they call her? The figure 8 when she does
a figure 8, when she bridges up. It's the same thing with like Natalia. Natalia does
that thing that I didn't know what it was called, and I was like, "What is this?" Even drunk bitch liked it.
When she does the sharpshooter and then bends backwards.
No, that even cooler looking one that she did to Ronda, like I don't know, Christmas or something.
I'll have to see.
It's like she was like. I don't know.
Oh no, she did an abdominal stretch, right? But just like cool she wrenched her, so she, so essentially like she'll take the leg and like hold it back, and so it makes the stretch like even deeper. That's what she's talking about. Yeah, so it was just an abdominal stretch with pulling the leg back. Yes. But yeah, no, I thought it was an excellent way to put over the match. The only thing I really like, and I get people complaining about this, I get it.
I saw people complaining that Becky tapped, but when I was watching it, I was like,
how do you not tap to that?
Yeah.
You have to.
No issue with her tapping to that.
Yeah. I mean, it happens. I mean, listen, I always want, like, wrestling to have, like, a sort of realism to it. It needs to. So, I mean, Asuka is a bit of she's a brawler. She will fight you. She will kick you. And she's going to put you in submission holds.
I think Asuka needed a win like that.
She needed a big win. Yeah, she did. So she needed it more than anybody else.
It worked for everyone. I didn't think Becky was hurt by it, clearly. Nope. And then you get what happened later. So I don't know why I'm saying it like that. They know it's going to come up as we talk. But
yeah, no, to me, I was fine with it. I was like, okay. She tapped out to Asuka. It's Asuka. I mean, they haven't made her feel special, but it is Asuka. We know what to expect from her.
And it wasn't like she managed to not tap to the regular Asuka.
Yeah, it wasn't a basic. Yeah, it wasn't a basic move. It was like, okay, I've got you in this, and now I'm also applying. Yeah, she had to.
Great one. What's or any other thoughts on that one, or are we going to the next one?
No, I was fine with that one. I thought it was the right result. It was the right result to do. I'm okay with her tapping out to that specific thing.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought the fight itself was brilliant.
I'd love to see Asuka do that submission for more like pay-per-views. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Who we got?
Next up, The Miz and Shane McMahon versus The Bar for the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Championship. I have so many issues with this. I'll let you start.
One, don't particularly enjoy watching Shane McMahon.
Don't worry, there's many people who will agree with you.
Yeah. So basically, I went, oh, okay, that's happening. I needed a drink because I was like stress drinking, but the fun kind with Asuka and Becky, where like, oh my god, what's gonna happen? And I was like, oh, I need a drink, so I get up, I get a drink. It starts. I'm like, this is about what I expected.
Yeah.
So then I got up and went on my porch and just smoked a cigarette, kind of like seeing if it was still on.
I yawn in there.
And eventually I was like, okay. Came back in time to see things were happening. So I saw Shane gearing up to do his weird. So he's always going to do a weird jump. And,
So the story of this match is that the Miz's dad is there at ringside to watch him. He's always like, it's been his dream to see.
Oh, I thought it was cute, like at the end,
with the
bells. But I didn't know that was part of the story. I was just like, oh, that's a cute little moment.
No, I think it continued after that too.
Then
it is the dumbest thing ever. Let me explain to you why. Let me explain to you why this is the dumbest thing ever. I don't even want to talk about the match. The match itself was like, it's the Miz and like you have Cesaro and Sheamus. They're going up against the Miz and Shane McMahon. It's the biggest whatever ever. It's just okay, fine. Yeah. You're gonna put the belts on them tonight. I knew it was gonna happen. Of course it was going to happen.
Yeah, you were very much
the
like,
best in the world and the Miz. Oh yeah, no, let's give them the Smackdown Tag Team Championships. Why not?
Great idea.
So I mean, I have a feeling like probably WrestleMania or like a few months down the road, someone new will probably beat them for it. Get a new team in because like that title has been alternating back and forth between like the Usos, the New Day, the Bar, the Usos, the New Day, the Bar, and it's kind of felt like that's been it. So this can probably break it up a little bit.
Part of that roster.
They are. Hopefully, Sanity beats the shit out of them soon. I really would like that to happen.
Instead of bringing in someone new, how about this team that most people probably forgot exists on that roster?
So, I think what happened was that Shane hit a double coast to coast or something like that when he jumps off like that one side. And then that's how they won. Oh my god!
Oh yeah, that's right. Shane did the pinning too. Because I remember going, I need another drink. I wasn't even done with my drink. I was just like, no.
I just know I'm ready for another one. So that happens, and then Shane. The Miz goes to his dad, and Michael Cole on commentary.
Oh, this might be my thing.
Says the funniest fucking thing I ever heard in my fucking life that I thought was absolutely ridiculous. He said, this is like the Miz's dad has been like Mr. Mizan has been so supportive of his son, and this was like a big moment for him, like the biggest moment of his life was to see him tag team with Shane McMahon. It's like a dream come true or something like that was what he was saying. It was like, this is the biggest thing that's ever happened in his life, and I'm like, the Miz is a 7-time Intercontinental Champion. This man has main evented WrestleMania with with John Cena and The Rock. He main evented Mania. He was WWE champ. The biggest accomplishment of his life is that he was SmackDown Tag Team Champions with Shane fucking McMahon.
And you said Michael Cole said this?
I think it was Michael Cole who said it, yes. I have a feeling Michael Cole said it.
Because I could understand if, who's the heel announcer? Corey Graves.
Corey Graves, yeah.
I could understand him saying it because heel announcers say a lot of dumb shit.
Yes. No, this is the face announcer saying this stupid shit.
Yeah, that's...
the man of reason.
That's weird.
So that happened. I have nothing else to say about that tag team. That is the biggest I don't care ever.
It was a thing.
Then we had Ronda Rousey versus Sasha Banks.
I kind of someone arrived at my house during the middle of it, so I had to like hello and all of that. So I missed some bits. It was fine. Sasha didn't almost murder herself doing a dive. It's always good.
Always a positive.
Yeah.
Sasha, I thought was excellent in this match. There are parts where I actually kind of started thinking, wow, she's out wrestling Ronda right now. A little bit. Especially, like, specifically when Sasha took Ronda to the mat. Like, I still remember the spot with the arm.
I was like, I would expect her to kind of out wrestle her. But now I see what you mean there.
But, like, like, I mean, Ronda does know how to wrestle.
Right.
Like, she does judo. She knows how to wrestle.
Right.
She has been in a ring with multiple people and out-wrestled them thus far in WWE.
I thought you meant broadly, not the specific, like...
No, like specific mat wrestling.
Yeah,
I was like,
a good job with that.
Sasha's, like, she should be whooping her ass right now. Especially the armbar spot where, like, she had it and was, like, contorting it and, like, pulling her in different ways.
Oh, you mean the moment I looked away?
There you go. Well, there you go. It's casual over here. And it's I don't care. Whatever.
No, it wasn't that. I don't enjoy arm spots. I broke my arm as a kid.
Don't watch too many Alexa Bliss matches.
This is why I don't watch Shayna Baszler matches. She's got that whole thing where she goes out, and I'm like,
okay. Well, now I understand.
Yeah.
So Ronda won with the armbar, right? No. She won with Piper's Pit. That's what it was.
Yeah.
She hit her finisher, pinned her, and then it was over. That's right.
Yeah. I almost went to get a drink, and so I almost missed Sasha coming back and doing the 4 sign. I was like, oh shit! And now I'm gonna go get my drink.
So it was but that was like what was weird to me was that like the only thing that was weird about that happening was that. So you have Asuka get pinned. Asuka win. But then you have Asuka make Becky tap. But then you have Ronda just pin Sasha. I wonder if it was just to get the finisher over. But like other than that, I was kind of confused as to like, all right, so why do this but then not do this? But other than that, it was just like, okay. I thought like the beginning of that match kind of was a little too slow for me. It's just like I was bored, but then like it picked up towards the end.
There's a lot about that match I don't really remember at this point. It's been almost a week.
It's been a while, Like it's been like since Saturday since we actually saw it. It's Saturday now. You saw it on Sunday. I've seen it in like bits and pieces. But yes, then afterwards, it's weird because they're both supposed to be faces, and then like Sasha's just like. I'm like, okay, that's cool. I mean, but you lost.
Well,
I mean, like that's my thing. Is just like
I was a little excited because I was like, oh, they're being like that's subtle for WWE. You know what I mean?
Just be like,
yeah.
That's subtle. What's subtle
for
about
WWE?
I mean, that's a very low bar you're setting, but
yes, it is a low bar. But I mean, like they didn't do the like immediate like. Oh my God! All of the 4 horsewomen are out here, and what is happening? It was like, oh, there's that little sign. Where are they gonna do something, or is this gonna be something later? Like that's pretty subtle for them.
I don't know. Maybe.
From what I've seen.
Maybe I have no idea. But yeah, no. I thought slow towards the beginning, picked up towards the end. Good finish. Ronda's still champion. Which honestly, that was what was gonna happen. Yeah, it's pretty much what I expected. Right up to par. Right up to par. Becky Lynch. Not Becky Lynch. Sorry. The 30 women Royal Rumble match.
All right, can we scroll down so I can see this?
Yes. So now you can see
masterful stuff.
Yes. First in. Good Lord.
What?
Lacey fucking Evans.
I was a little flummoxed to see her come out first. I was like, because I was telling my friend that was there, I was like, you kind of need to start off, unless there's going to be like an immediate elimination sort of situation. If the first 2 are going to stay in for a while, you need 2 people that can work well.
Yeah.
Keep people going. So I was a little surprised to see Lacey there. Not surprised to see Natalia in that position. So that was odd.
So she cuts this heel promo.
Oh yeah.
With, I'm sure Lacey Evans is from somewhere in the South.
South Carolina? South Carolina,
I think that's where she's from. It's from South Carolina.
The not as great Carolina.
Her southern accent sounds like she's stuck in the 1700s.
It's very it's like
I think there were Southerners that would look at her southern accent and be like, "What?"
Yeah, it's very like
it's super hokey to me.
Old people in my family have that accent.
It's hokey.
People my age in my family do not have that accent.
Right.
So it can be a little strange to hear from a relatively young person. I don't know her age.
Let's actually find out. We can look. Let's see. Lacey Evans is... Yep, she is from South Carolina. From Paris
she's
Island.
Younger than me.
She's 28.
Oh, wow.
We are the same age. But yeah.
Oh, interesting. All right. Things that stuck out to me. Well, Liv Morgan going out in seconds caught me by surprise.
That did too.
I
got
like,
something in my eye.
Was that supposed to happen? Because she also like fucking flew.
Yeah.
Out, and I was like, oh, okay.
No, that was definitely supposed to happen.
Ember looked good. Weird. She had zero.
Oh wait. We're jumping ahead.
Oh no, I was just like looking through.
Okay.
We can change it to like time in or how many eliminations.
Well, okay. So here's the other thing I want to get about Lacey. Lacey eliminated 2 people tonight.
Yes.
Starts in the ring with Natalia. And all I remember from Lacey Evans is this. I would never, ever really kind of describe Natalia as, like, athletic. Because normally, like, you think about athletic, it's like, oh, someone who can, like, jump in the air, do flips, do, like...
You're thinking like Charlotte.
Yeah, like Charlotte,
yeah.
You know,
Ember.
As we'll learn later tonight. Ember's another one. Like, Casey Catanzaro's another one we're going to talk about at some point. Those are people, like, when I think athletic, that's, like, all right, that's what comes to mind.
Like,
Naomi's another one who's athletic, too.
Yeah. Natalia's that, like, powerhouse. Like,
more,
gonna,
like, I think more power.
And do so. Yeah.
I've never in my life thought about Natalia's athletic, but, like, I watched her in the ring with Lacey Evans, and I'm like, they tried to make Lacey do athletic things, and I was just like, oh my god, Lacey is not athletic at all. She's clumsy. Like, she they had her do, like, the kip-up spot, and I was like, whoa.
Is that where she, like,
she tried to, like, Natalia does a kip up, and she's like, yeah, she's like right on her feet, ready to go, like a good kip up, like that's what you do, like you're on your feet.
Excited that I
she tried to do a kip up too, and landed straight on her ass.
Oh yeah, like so many things happen
There was another spot like that too, and I don't remember what it was. I think she was like supposed to do a flip or something, and then again, like right straight on her ass. Like they tried to make her do athletic things, and I'm like,
just let her do her thing.
That's the thing. I don't know what Lacey Evans' thing is. What is it?
I don't either.
What does it do?
Yeah, I don't know what her thing is either. Because a lot of times when I was watching more NXT, that's when she was just doing promos all the time.
I just knew her as the girl who came out in like a sailor suit because she was, what was she, in the Army or Marines or something like that?
I think she was Marines.
Maybe Marines.
I mean, definitely military.
That's something military,
right? I think Marines though.
Right, but like. I've got nothing else other than that. I don't know what her character is,
to, like,
what her gimmick is.
She wants to clean people up. So I think she's like they're gonna mention she's former military, but
and she's Southern, so she's got like the handkerchief.
Yeah.
Like it's so hokey. I don't know what you do with that.
I mean, I'm glad that there's something going on there because at least they're doing something there, right?
I don't know. I mean, Becky Lynch started out with puns, so.
Yeah.
It's something I don't want to talk about. Anyway. Natalia, she needed to be in that match. She desperately needed to be there. Thankfully.
I mean, Natalia did a great job of just, like, being there for... Well, it was her and Ember were in there the longest.
No. It was her and Charlotte that were in there the longest.
No way.
Wait, really? Oh yeah. Okay, so no, I was getting ready to say it was like it's just because Charlotte was at the end. That's why I remember that a little bit more clearly. So yeah, no, Ember was in there for a long time too. Yeah, she was.
I mean, Charlotte's next. Mm-hmm. But so it was like Natalia, Ember, and then Charlotte.
Yes.
Good 3 to have in there for a long time though.
Surprise, Ember got no eliminations though.
That was weird.
It's not to say she wasn't impressive, but just like they didn't give her much to do to kind of stand out. Mm-hmm. Like when you said Ember was in there like the second longest, I was like, no, Charlotte. Charlotte definitely was. I remember a lot of things Charlotte did. Charlotte was cleaning house at one point.
Yeah. Well, and I feel like Charlotte's also that kind of like, if they bring in someone from NXT and they go up against Charlotte,
it's a big
you're going to notice that more.
Right.
And she's also good at making people look good. Like, she means a lot there, and then she might sell something. You're like, oh, cool. Like, that person looks cool.
Yes.
Nikki.
Mickey, I don't remember anything from.
Mickey?
Mickey?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, Mickey, no. I don't remember anything on Mickey.
No.
I saw a Nikki Cross. Where
No. I remember the specific Nikki Cross spot where I was like, "Oh my god, this is."
I love Nikki.
Please. Then you had Billy Kay.
I loved how Billy came out.
It makes me question something about the rules, though.
I think in the past someone's waited out. I think it's fine. It might not be in the spirit of the rules.
Right, but I mean, yeah, but there's like something off about it. But it's like, so essentially what happens is Billy Kay comes out and she's like, I'm not going in until Peyton's here. Yeah, so that was her thing. She protested the entire time. She's like, nope, not getting in until Peyton's here.
I wouldn't like it anyone else doing it, but the Iconics kind of get that
they're
pass
heels
because they're the annoying heels and all of that.
So I accept that they're heels and this is what they're doing. That's what they should do.
I'd call it dumb if Liv Morgan or Sarah Logan did it for Ruby to come. I'd be like, nah, just go ahead and do your thing.
But from a rule standpoint, I'm like, so how do you combat that? Because I mean, it's kind of like
it's kind of like,
imagine if they won that way, then somebody would be like, well, that's kind of bullshit. They just sad. Like, what if Peyton didn't come out until like 29? Yeah. And Billy Kay's just sitting there.
That would get annoying. It'd be too much.
Right. Billy Kay would just be sitting there for 20 spots and be like, nope, still not coming in. Mm-hmm. It's a big storyline all of a sudden.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that. I was fine with it because it was
thankfully it was like
Nikki,
immediate.
and then Peyton.
Yes.
There's only one person in between, and so that was fine. Mm-hmm. Tamina was just there. She was just kind of there.
Yeah, same. Nikki Cross came out. Good Lord, it was great. She just like there's something about Nikki, like when they want to do that whole like, you know, insane person gimmick, like they wanted to do with Dean Ambrose,
but she does it so well.
But she just came out, like her music hits, and she's just like, I'm here, hi, I'm running, I'm just whipping my jacket off, and I'm like, here's Billy Kay, boom, waffle
Billy's
you.
Like, oh.
Yeah, it's just like, what do you want? Why are you here? Waffles so her, gets in the ring, and then just goes absolutely ballistic. I think, who did she stare down when she got in there too? I think it may have been like...
was it Ember?
Might have been Ember. And they went at it for a while. It just like, it was so much fun to watch.
Yeah.
Like she's very entertaining, and I think she could be, you know...
important? Like, she should be treated like she should be important.
Yes.
Like, she's great.
And she's got the character work. Like, this is World Wrestling Entertainment. She is entertaining.
Yeah.
Figure out how to use it correctly.
Yeah.
They'll fuck it up.
Please.
Xia Li, who you liked as well.
I have never heard about Xia Li. I had no clue who she was. She was truly... she was the first person that comes out, and I'm like, who is this?
I actually do remember her from the first Mae Young Challenge.
Which
Classic.
I didn't watch at all.
No.
So, yeah. So she comes out, and I'm like, what is this? And sent him a text going, I would die for her.
Yeah. That's
I am a new fan.
That's your little cinnamon roll.
Yeah. I really liked her.
Mm-hmm. I like her,
I like her flair.
Yes. She also had a little botchy moment, but like she made up for it. Like she's tiny. She's like 4'11", so it's like I forgive it a little bit more for someone who like isn't like as much involved with like NXT television as Lacey Evans is. Yeah. Like she stumbled a little somewhere, and I was like, all right, but it's fine. Get back on up. Yeah, keep doing. But she'll like do other flips and stuff, and like it was fine.
She was great.
She was enjoyable for like the little time that she got there until Charlotte Flair came in and knocked her ass out.
Yeah.
It was like, nah, you're okay. You had enough of you.
Sarah Logan existed.
Biggest, I don't care. Charlotte Flair came out at 13.
Yeah. Charlotte was doing so much that I can't even pick anything that stuck out in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a negative thing. It was just like she's like Natalia, that kind of like workhorse. She's gonna keep things going. She's gonna make people look good.
I think Charlotte now has like legitimately cemented herself as like a legit workhorse wrestler. Like there was a time maybe like 2 or 3 years ago where I was like, Charlotte is still green. Mm-hmm. Like not like Lacey Evans green, but like there's some greenness to her. Mm-hmm. Her athleticism is what kind of makes you overlook a lot of the flaws that she had at that time. But I always thought Charlotte's upside and her potential was through the roof. Because she has the athleticism. Yeah. She can use her dad as like a background thing, but she still works really fucking hard.
I like watching Charlotte in the ring. Mm-hmm. I am completely bored by her promos and stuff.
Yeah. I miss the and I'll show you the NXT version of her where she was just like, I'm just genetically superior to everyone. It was a great heel gimmick.
Yeah.
It was great.
Well, because people, I assume there's...
And that was, and it almost, it really worked at that point too, because like, she was really green at that time. And her athleticism let her get away with a lot of things. Yeah. So the genetic superior thing really worked. I mean, now she could really do it and it would make sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, so her dad was down there with her at points in NXT as well. I
have heard that. Yeah. But yeah, Charlotte, workhorse, looked good. Kairi Sane.
I need her on the main roster now.
I know.
There's a lot of names I'm looking at here. I'm like, they should be on the main roster right now. She's just adorable. She just comes out.
She's great. I immediately, I'm like, oh my god, Kairi's coming. I told my friend, I'm like, prepare to love elbow drop. Or flying elbow. Is it flying elbow or elbow drop? I don't know.
It's an elbow drop.
Okay.
She's just jumping. It's like Macho Man Randy Savage.
Yeah,
like,
but her legs go so high.
They really do. Like, and it's the one thing that I tell everybody. It's like the thing that makes her elbow drop look so devastating is that when it's not just that she like how high she gets. It's also that she swings her legs up.
Yeah.
It's like
It looks so much more devastating than Bayley. Even Macho Man and stuff, just because you're like, Jesus.
It looks like because she's throwing her legs upwards, it looks like she's literally dropping her entire weight onto you. It's this one makes sense to you, but like in dunk contests, the biggest thing isn't necessarily how hard you're throwing it down. It's the flare. Like it's like watching an explosion. Like when it's about to happen, when you see like all the energy kind of like come in, and then like at once it just kind of bursts out. But it needs to happen like at the moment of impact. So when somebody comes up for a dunk, it's not just like they're doing a windmill. It's when they come down. What are they doing afterwards? Like they come down. Are they like, is like the legs flaring out? Is everything like, it needs to look dramatic. It needs to look big. It needs to feel big. There's a lot of energy that has to go in that. And that's kind of what Kairi Sane's elbow drop is. Yes.
That was the whole basketball thing, right?
Yeah.
I got it.
iSports.
So I don't know if I should just go for the full thing here.
Let's go. Yeah.
Or
because we don't need to go through every single one of these. Like Maria was there.
Yeah. I just want to say now by this point I was quite drunk, and so I have when you're watching with someone. You get a little bit more into it anyways, because you can be able to chat as you're going and stuff. And you have the drinking. So when Kairi gets thrown out by Ruby and the Riot Squad are beating down on her, I'm definitely doing that. It's Kairi, what are you doing to her? There's no reason. I was not thinking about why they would do this, right? I'm just like, why would you do that to that cinnamon roll?
Well, yeah, because they want to upset you. That's the point, yes.
And so I'm not going like, oh, the buzzer's about to go off. So Io Shirai comes out and I literally jumped out of my seat. I was like, she's gonna murder you.
Io is great.
She's always great.
That moonsault of hers is beautiful. She
honestly, we We can jump straight to Io.
We can, because I don't... Okay, here's what we'll do. Maria did a comedy spot with Alicia. Biggest I don't care ever.
Naomi.
That was comedy that I just was like, this is annoying.
I was fine with it because I kind of needed a breather.
It annoyed me.
Yeah.
But if you needed a breather, understandable. Yeah. Naomi came out, did the thing with Mandy Rose, got eliminated. Who cares? Oh, you're right. She did the save spot. Okay.
She did
Naomi's jump.
Was
I will talk about that. She made that look unbelievably easy.
Yeah.
Like, she jumped from the guardrail.
I was sweating.
I looked and I'm like, there's no way she makes that. And she, like, hit it clean. Like, got one foot on one step, other foot on another, and it was just clean. She's like, good. Okay, I'm going in the ring now. But then she didn't get in the ring. She got eliminated because it was like Mandy Rose eliminated from the outside.
Yeah, it was dumb.
Sucks, but whatever.
Candice LeRae came in. She was there.
She was there, which is a shame. I really wanted her to do more. Alicia Fox, fuck that.
Yeah.
Casey did athletic things, but again, tiny. I don't care. I kept telling you.
I only cared when is it Rhea or Rhea? Rhea. When she jumped and Rhea caught her.
Oh yeah.
That was the one thing I was like, oh damn. Cool.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Casey, just like the thing with Casey for me, because I know somebody.
She's what, like 4'10"?
What's that?
She's what, like 4'10", 4'11"?
She's like gotta be 4'10", 4'11", right? And she's gotta be like maybe 90 pounds.
I had to text her and be like, who is this?
And I was like, she's American Ninja Warrior girl. And it's not to say that she can't be good, or like she had like the spots that she was given tonight, she did very well.
She rocked them.
The save was really cool too.
It
was cool to watch.
Yeah. Just
as a wrestler, I do not care. And she's like, it's one of the rare cases where it's like people say like somebody's too small in wrestling. I'm like, size doesn't matter like that much. This is where it does. Because I couldn't just help but notice in her gear that she's wearing, I'm like, she needs kick pads or something, because her legs look like twigs. Mm-hmm. They are twigs. She is a small girl. She just looks like she should not be in here whatsoever. And the thing that does have her in here is that she was like, I think, the first female Ninja Warrior, and she's super athletic, which is cool. But it's not. I just can't believe her beating anybody. I can't. I can't.
I guess we'll see what happens there.
Yeah.
Zelina Vega did her comedy spot like last year. Mm-hmm. That was fine until Hornswoggle came out, and then I was like, and I'm done. But luckily that meant she was done too.
The Hornswoggle thing was weird, yeah. But she came out. She did her Vega cosplay from Street Fighter.
Oh yeah.
I thought that was.
I like that she's clearly a nerd.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of. Well, I don't know that means that she's clearly a nerd.
Well,
that just means she came out in a Vega cosplay.
Doesn't she like cosplay?
Maybe, I don't know.
Oh, I saw that. I know. What's her name? Alexa Bliss likes cosplay too.
Yes, that one I do know. That Alexa Bliss is a confirmed nerd.
Yeah.
That one's a little bit more confirmed. I don't know. It's also I don't follow Zelina as much, but I'm pretty sure if I did, I would learn quickly.
I could be totally wrong.
Who
Movie
knows?
Riot. I was very happy that the Riot Squad acted like a heel faction should act at a Rumble, coming out, helping their leader and stuff. I was like, yay, you should do this.
Yep. She got rid of, I know she got rid of Kairi Sane. She got rid of Alexa Fox, and I think she got Alicia Fox, and I think she got rid of Candice LeRae too.
Yeah.
She got rid of two favorites.
She got rid of 3.
Yeah.
Which is kind of their crazy.
Yep, that's who she eliminated, all 3 of them.
Well, that's weird. Earlier when I looked, it said that Charlotte Flair eliminated 4, but now it's saying 5.
Tamina, Siley,
that's
Bailey, Carmella. Where's the 4th? Where's the 5th one? I don't see a 5th.
Carmella? Did you say Carmella? Wait. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's only 4 here.
Who's messing with Wikipedia?
I don't know. Somebody messed with it and messed it up.
So yeah, Charlotte got the most, and then there's a couple people who got 3, and I kind of feel like they're kind of like cool. So like Ruby, Rhea, and Bailey.
Rhea was fantastic, and
oh my god, I had never seen her, so I was just kind of like, oh cool, I keep hearing about her, now I get to see her in action, and then I went a little gay.
People know that are like have like followed me for a while. That I was like, when I found out about Rhea Ripley going into the Mae Young Classic, I was like the biggest fan of her, and she looked. And I showed you a picture of her when she was there. It was like a completely different person. I was like, dude, 5'11", likes metal, like blonde hair, not necessarily my thing, but like she looked cool.
Her hair looks so cool now.
It's way cooler now, yeah. But like at that time, I was like, yeah, I like Rhea Ripley. That's gonna be like my favorite wrestler. I hope she does well. Now it's like a character. It's a like.
Well, if she walked up to me and she would be.
If she walked up to you, she would throw you like a
I'd be terrified. Like if she walked up and was frowning in her gear, I'd be like, hello, and I'd kind of scurry away, which is what you should want from her, I would think. If
Jazzy Gabbert didn't exist, I would say that she should be. Have you ever seen her?
Jazzy Gabbert?
I think she has a different name. Alpha female, yes. She is like female Brock Lesnar.
Oh, she's 6'1". Oh wait, I've seen pictures of that person.
Yes. You need to see her in a match just throw someone around. It is the most amazing. Like when she was in the Mae Young Classic and she got eliminated in the first round, I said bullshit. I was like, no, fuck you.
Who beat her?
That's actually a good question. I don't remember. But hold on. No, I need to know this just so I can get pissed off again. The Mae Young Classic 2018. No. The first one was in 2017. And she was defeated by Abby Leif. That's right. And even though
I didn't quite
even though that's Kimberly.
Yeah, I didn't get into her because she did NXT for a little while, right? Yeah. I didn't get it.
Yeah, no. I mean, she went far. But I was like, you cannot have Jazzy Gabbert lose.
Rachel Evers, who's that's someone who goes by a different name, but I can't remember her.
No, that's still what she goes.
Rachel Ellering.
Yeah, Ellering. Yeah, that's Ellering's daughter.
Why don't they allow her to be Ellering?
Because then WWE would own her name.
Oh.
That's why. So like at the time,
it's a smart move on her part.
It was because at the time when they were doing the contracts, like that's why people were worried about Samoa Joe coming over because they were like, what are they gonna change his name to? Joey Samoa or something stupid like that? Because like it was the same thing when Prince Devitt came over. They were like, well, you can't have the name Prince Devitt because like we're gonna take it back. So it's like get a new name. That was a thing. So
okay. All right, let's finish this one.
We're getting off topic.
Sonya Deville existed.
Don't care.
And it was cool seeing Alexa Bliss back in action.
Nice to see you.
Bayley.
I will say this. Alexa Bliss now does this. Before she used to do this, and there was like a stop in it, but now she just does a full moonsault. It looks like a back spring, a back handspring or whatever, and then just drops her knee straight onto you. It looked really good when she did it to Amber tonight, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bayley's always great to see.
Mm-hmm.
So
she eliminated.
At this point, I'm freaking wasted. So they got me.
Good talk.
They completely got me. With Lana coming out at 28, I'm like, oh no. There's only one more chance for Becky to come out.
Mm-hmm.
And then...
Because Carmella won the stupid...
Yeah.
By the way, I hope they never do that again.
Yeah, I didn't think it was a good thing.
No.
Then Nia comes out, and I was like, oh shit, I forgot Nia existed. Because I was drunk and not... like picking up the roster as people were coming out, and I'm like, oh no, it's not gonna happen. Did love Nia punching Lana on the way to the ring. That was great. And then there's Carmella, and I'm like, oh my god, it's not happening. I kind of had that like, well, I guess if Becky's not coming, I want Charlotte to win. At this point, this is where I am.
I was actually rooting for like Rhea Ripley to win.
Well,
I think she was eliminated at that point, but I was just like, if I can't get Becky, then give me Rhea.
And then here comes Becky. But I feel like they did it right with Becky.
Yeah.
Because they made it seem like it wasn't going to happen. But then she had a legitimate reason. Like,
she had a long, grueling championship match. Sasha, no, you're fine. Sasha Banks wasn't in this either.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it would make sense, like, okay, Becky isn't in here. Becky capitalized on Lana just not being entered. It's like, sorry, she hasn't been in the ring yet. Why can't I go in? Fans want me in. Put me in. All right, I'm in. Cool.
It worked very well the way that they did it. And then it was finally like, all right, go.
Good old Fit Finley. Irish.
Was that him?
Yeah.
That was Fit Finley?
That was Fit Finley, yeah. Irish got to look at it through each other.
That makes it even better. So yeah, I really liked how they did that. I loved Lana's pathetic, my ankle.
Yeah.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
As,
Oh.
and you know this, as someone who actually has a broken ankle.
Yeah.
And has limped around, and you've seen me limp around.
It's not
That
like
shit
that.
made it look like her broken ankle, like legit. Like my ankle was like turned a completely different direction at one point in my life, and I still have complications of that. Lana sold this as if like her ankle just didn't exist anymore. Like I was like, okay, she may be overselling this a little bit.
I loved it though.
It was great. Yeah, I did love it.
Loved it.
It was
like,
great.
I wouldn't love it if it was someone.
If she got in the ring, no. If she got in the ring, I would have been. No, I would have been pissed.
I would have liked her in the ring, and I wouldn't have liked that if it was someone you're supposed to take a bit more seriously.
Yeah.
Selling it like that, but
it's
Lana,
okay for Lana. Yeah.
Yeah, with Lana, it's like that was just hilarious. I loved it. Like someone like Zelina Vega could also sell like that, and it'd be funny.
Mm-hmm.
Becky did that, and you'd be like, "What are you doing?"
So, people get cleared out. Nia Jax is eliminated by the help of Charlotte Flair. Technically, Becky Lynch does eliminate her. Yeah. And I thought, like, for sure it would have just been Becky by herself, but no.
Thought it was a bit...
weird. I thought it was weird.
I found it weird that, like, so you got... Becky did get in there in time for it to be... Bayley was still in there, right?
Yeah.
So I found it a bit, like, weird having Nia and Charlotte eliminate Bayley. Because we're having the Sasha doing the 4, and then I'm like, okay, let's go. Oh,
so,
right.
But hey, listen, Royal Rumble, who cares?
I know, I was just
Nobody's a
like,
friend.
right. Except the Iconics.
Mm-hmm. Except the Iconics. True friends just, to the bitter end.
Charlotte and Nia teaming up was like Bayley and Carmella teaming up to get rid of Alexa Bliss was like, well, they're both faces.
Yeah.
Why not?
So we get to the end. It's Becky versus Charlotte. But
little
Nia decides that after she gets eliminated did she like chop block Becky in?
I feel like Becky might have.
Or she might have threw her or something. Like, because Becky was about to enter again, and she took a bad, like, nasty bump.
Yeah.
Because of Nia, and so
she had to get back into the ring.
So I caught this.
What?
I caught this. What? When she originally started selling, she was selling her right knee. I caught it. I didn't make a big deal about it. It was fine to me. But it was interesting to see that when she fell, and I'll show you it afterwards, when she falls, she starts grabbing her right knee.
Yeah.
But then when she kind of like, I guess maybe the ref talked to her, was like, sell the left knee. And then she starts selling the left knee all of a sudden.
Oh, that's interesting.
It was very interesting to see. But if you look at it, you'll catch it, you'll see, and you'll be like, Blackjack, you were right. But to me, it didn't matter. Mm-hmm. The point was that she got in the ring and she was hobbled and injured.
Yeah.
And she gets in there, and she's like, no, I can do it. I can go.
Fight me.
Yeah. She was, fight me. And it was pretty much the performance you would expect of somebody who's on one leg to possibly do. It was like, you're not going to get...
love that.
Yeah. You're not going to get in a real wrestling match with Charlotte Flair right
It was
now.
Not pretty.
Your only job is to get this person over the rope. And it's amazing that, like, when it's finally down to 2 people, it's like, oh, right. The only thing I have to do is get this person over the rope.
Yeah. Too often, I think they go overboard with the final 2 people trying to do like a wrestling match.
Yeah.
And then be like, oh yeah, and then I throw you over. This was felt very desperate.
Yeah.
And I liked that.
Like, I feel like there should be more of people taking advantage of people's aggressiveness. Mm-hmm. Like them bouncing off the ropes and then like trying to like do a big move and then just being like, nope, I'm ducking out of the way and I'm pulling the ropes. Oh, look, you're going over now.
Yeah.
There should be more of that in a Rumble because like the point of a Rumble is to get the person out.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Rumbles would move faster if they did that.
Towards the beginning, and I can't remember specific people, I do believe Natalia and Lacey Evans were maybe involved with this at some point, but I can't remember who it was against.
Yeah.
You would have someone who's trying to get someone out.
Oh, and then the other person would be like, no, bring them back in.
And then just start punching them, but they're not friends or anything.
I'm like, no, get them out. The point is to get them out.
Because you can still beat up that other person, but then there's one less person. This is what are you doing?
Yeah.
I don't like those spots because they don't make logical sense. They make sense if you're trying to, like, help a friend.
Yes.
Not get eliminated. But that was it. But overall, very good Rumble, I thought.
It was a very enjoyable
year's.
Rumble. Better than last year. We didn't have any like, oh, it's the first Women's Royal Rumble, so we got to get every woman that ever existed in women's wrestling to come in here. You know, it felt like, oh no, this is actually WWE's roster.
Yeah.
Let's get them in here.
Seeing all these NXT people coming up, especially the ones that I had never had a chance to see before. Xia Li and Rhea especially. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was very happy, and it's one of the years where it's just like, this is the person I want to win. Does it make sense for them to win? Yeah, they should probably win, and I was happy with it.
Very happy with the ending there.
Yes. But here's the thing, like, that doesn't matter as much anymore. Like, I keep telling people, I've said this in 2016, the idea of, like, Smark and Mark is fucking stupid. Everyone's smart to this now.
Yes.
Everyone is. Like, even people who, even, like, the kids, like, there was a funny segment on Jimmy Kimmel where this was in 2013 where like Jimmy Kimmel's like little nephew or whatever I think was just like, well, he predicted what was going to happen when CM Punk was out of the business. He was just like, well, I think Rey Mysterio can win the title and then John Cena will beat him for the title and then John Cena, and then he's like, oh, and then you'll have a fight with John Cena and he'll beat you. He literally predicted what happened before it happened. I'm like, that the idea that Smark and Mark is a thing, it doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
It's gone. Stop calling people smarks. I said this in 2016. Stop calling people smarks. It's stupid. All you're trying to do is like make your argument or like try to dismiss people without actually saying anything.
I don't have a like terminology for this. I think a better distinction are the people who are going to act like collection nerds who need to know every statistic and what's going on and stuff.
Okay.
And so they want to predict what's going to happen based on all these things they know, backstage stuff and all of this.
Yes.
And then you have the people that are like, yeah, I know all that stuff's going on, and I know Finn Balor's not going to beat Brock Lesnar based on everything that's going on, but I still kind of am rooting for Finn. Like, that should be what the difference is.
Yeah. It's just like people in WWE now, like WWE releases people. When they release people, they use their real name. They're like, well, like it's the, we'll talk about that another time. But the Dean Ambrose thing, like, they said Jonathan Good will be released from the company. We wish him, we hope that someday he comes back, which was better than saying that you got future endeavor. But here's why they have to say that. You ever want to do the Shield again, you need him. Yeah. Can't do the Shield without Dean. You can't. He was out of the three of them, he was the first Grand Slam champion, and they didn't try to force a Grand Slam championship on him. That's just how they built him up. They built him up as like, all right, we're giving the U.S. title. All right, we don't want you in the main picture. We'll put you in a program with like Kevin Owens, and okay, now you're Intercontinental Championship. Intercontinental champion.
Right. They've kind of made that faction so iconic. You can't just substitute people in and out.
No,
it's got to be them.
They're gonna do their Hall of Fame induction and bring in Kurt Angle. Do you remember that? The one night Roman Reigns got sick. So they brought in, they were like, all right, Kurt Angle, you're now a honorary member of the Shield. They put Kurt Angle in a Shield attire and everything.
Oh my God.
Have you seen that?
No.
Oh my God. No. Okay. Timeout. Hold on. No. I mean,
we're still paused.
We were already in timeout, but still. No. I got to show you this now. All right. We're back. Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles.
I got distracted talking to my friend.
Good talk.
Because that's, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. For Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles, I think would have a great match. You hear those two names, you're just like, it's gonna be a fantastic match. This is gonna be like a WrestleMania main event. Should be Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles. Could be. Kind of underwhelmed. Yeah. I think there are two things involved here. Two. One, you cannot put this match after Becky Lynch winning the Royal Rumble. You just can't. I mean, that's a terrible idea. Two, I also just think there wasn't anything in this feud really kind of going in it to really get people energized for it. Yeah. And I feel like they did a lot. The selling and everything was fine. Like, I watched it and I was like, no, they sold everything properly. Like, AJ having the trouble of kind of getting up on the ropes to do the phenomenal forearm because he had to sell his knee. Bryan with his arm. Like, they did all that stuff right, but just the match felt flat.
I was a little burnt out, needed a breather, and it kind of became the breather because of that.
I can't say it was like a bad match because it wasn't.
It wasn't. It was just hard
it just was a match that felt there.
Yeah.
And that's really tough to say about like Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles, but it's kind of the truth. It was just a match that was there.
Yeah.
This match also went 25 minutes.
Yeah, it kind of.
And I think that's the other part of the problem.
Makes me wonder if, because I'm seeing
also Eric Rowan, but keep it.
I liked that part. I was like, oh, that now here's something different going on. What is this? I wonder if maybe like Brock should have gone on after, because that's a shorter match. You're gonna have that. Oh, Brock Lesnar's about to murder someone.
Yes.
And then have Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles with that longer match that they had going on. That's not gonna happen.
Right.
And didn't, but maybe that would have worked slightly better. I don't know.
Right. Sorry, I'm just looking at something. So Rowan comes out. Daniel Bryan accidentally kicks the ref on an enziguri. Rowan then comes in, chokeslams AJ Styles. Daniel Bryan pins him. Yep, and then afterwards hits Rowan, picks him up, hits the knee.
Yeah.
There it is. It was just 25 minutes. It was just like, listen, I understand that there's an idea that it's just like, oh, every time we see like a 25 minute match, it's going to be a classic. I think WWE thought that in like 2014, and so now every match must be like 10 to 15 minutes because everybody needs time. And I'm like, they really
Sometimes you don't need that.
They don't. Like, you don't need that. Like, I'll get to this later in the Rumble with a particular wrestler, and in the next match, I'll get to this with another particular wrestler. But every match does not need to go this long. Sometimes you have a really good finish that happens really quick, and it's a fast-paced match, and it's entertaining. You need to have different matches, and this was just any other.
Bit long.
Yeah.
Bit long.
Brock Lesnar versus Finn Balor.
I did enjoy it more than the Daniel Bryan AJ Styles.
My match of the night.
I remember
my match of the night.
That Finn looked good.
Looked great. Looked legit.
That's about it for me. Like, and that is high praise for me for a Brock Lesnar match.
Oh no,
I'm not a Brock Lesnar person.
I'm going on. I'm going on.
You do your thing. That was
Listen,
your match.
This is the match of the night. This was the best match of the night.
For you, yeah.
This was amazing. Because here's the thing. Do I necessarily want Brock Lesnar in WWE? No, not really. You know, it's just like he has the title and the title just goes away and the title doesn't mean anything. I get every single criticism as to why Brock shouldn't be here, as to why Brock kind of holds up the company and why the belt doesn't mean anything. It's just because he has it and he's gone. But I never want to hear anybody not tell me a Brock Lesnar match is not special. Every single match with Brock Lesnar is special. That man knows how to sell. That man knows how to wrestle. That man knows how to fight. And he does the simple, like Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles did some amazing things in the ring, but the match was flat. But Brock Lesnar, it's just like, all right, listen, I'm Brock Lesnar. I was once UFC World Heavyweight Champion. You know what I'm going to do? You're Finn Balor. You're this scrawny little 190-pound Irishman. I'm going to pick you up like a sack of potatoes and just suplex you all across this ring. That's what I'm going to do. I don't need to do anything else. I'm going to put you in the ring post. I'm going to shoulder charge you and shoulder charge you and shoulder charge you because I'm going to punish you because I can. Because what are you going to do? Finn Balor, on the other hand, because he realized that this is Brock Lesnar, he's got to take this seriously. Comes in right away.
Oh, yeah, he just...
Ablazing, yeah. Just he came in immediately, kicks, strikes, doing everything he can to try to get Brock Lesnar down or keep him down.
I did like that because it was logical to do.
Yes. It's a logical match. It's one of the very few wrestling matches where you sit there and you're like, okay, this is a fight. When's it going to happen? Because you feel like this match can end at any moment. The right strike, the right move, this could be it.
Yeah.
It was just well done. And they did it in 8 minutes and 40 seconds.
Yeah.
Less than 10 minutes. It was fast-paced, lots of action. Balor looked great within it. Think about this. 8 minutes and 40 seconds. It was the shortest match of this entire card.
But
outside of the pre-show. We were not talking about the pre-show. Shortest match on this entire card. And to me, it was the best. Finn goes up for the coup de grace. Hits him with it. Brock is down. Kicks out at 2. And he's a UFC guy. I'm sorry, you're in this, like, that's the thing about UFC. Like, whenever you're in an MMA match, if you have somebody in a position, even if they have the advantage at that moment, if they're in position for you to lock in something or for you to put them in something, you can do that immediately in terms of title of the match. And so that's what he did when he locked him in the Kimura, and he was just like, listen, I will break your arm if you do not tap right now. It was perfect from start to finish in terms of just a Brock Lesnar match. It was phenomenal. It was great. I loved every bit and piece of this. And then Brock Lesnar, pissed off that he had to go that far to defeat Finn. Like that Finn nearly beat him and had him down for a 2 count, got pissed off, just German suplexed him because he got no German suplexes in that match. So he's like, no, now I'm going to German you around the ring. I'm going to F5 you. Fuck you for trying to have this wrestling match with me. I hate you. Eat this F5 and now I'm leaving.
He's a sore winner.
He's a sore winner. It's the best. I love it. Brock Lesnar matches are special. They're special. They are treats. You get to see Brock Lesnar. He comes in. I'm threatened about my own life just like watching it from a TV screen. That's the sort of like, and that's what I mean about having different matches. You need to have those. If you do not have matches like that where they feel different, it feels like a fight, and you're doing the same match over and over and over again, the WWE style match, it gets boring. And that's why Brock Lesnar matches are special. It's my match of the night. I loved it. I'm done.
Okay. Yeah, it wasn't my match of the night, but it was definitely up there for me, which means a lot because that's not my style of match.
No, it isn't.
At all. But maybe my number 2.
All right.
Excluding the Rumbles, because the Rumbles are always going to be my favorites at the Royal Rumble.
Okay.
That's how that works. But as far as regular matches
I mean, it's a
go,
pay-per-view. It's,
right.
Yeah.
As far as regular non-Rumble matches, it was my number 2 for the night. Absolutely.
Seth Rollins. God damn it.
You gave away the ending.
I spoiled the ending that everybody knew from a week ago.
Yep.
The 30-man Royal Rumble match for the World Championship match at WrestleMania. The reason why I keep saying the person who won it is because I'm reading the Wikipedia and it just says.
Now there's going to be a lot to skip over because there were a lot of like almost instant eliminations.
Yes.
Like weirdly so.
Elias and Jeff Jarrett start this thing.
I was
it was just
confused to see Jeff Jarrett.
Same. So he's with WWE now.
Yeah. I mean, good for him. Good for him.
It was just the biggest whatever to me. It was just like, Jeff Jarrett's here. Cool, whatever. All right, great. Can we move on from this?
I did, like, once
Elias beat him with the guitar and threw him.
Yeah, once I got over that's Jeff Jarrett, what's he doing here? I did think it made sense to have Jeff Jarrett Elias thing going.
I guess Global Force Wrestling.
Yeah, I thought he was doing stuff with that. I guess didn't.
I had a joke and it didn't connect.
I'm sorry. Do your joke.
No, I just know. I couldn't think of a funny line for it. I was like, I
you
guess Golden Force Wrestling.
And I didn't like.
And there wasn't a punchline to it. It was just I set up the joke and anyway.
Your brain farted.
I did. Shinsuke Nakamura came out after.
I don't really remember a lot of like Shinsuke moments.
He did a come on and then the match continued.
And I like
there was
Shinsuke.
a lot of that. Like it was just like this person does their move and then the match continues.
Yeah. Kurt came out.
Kurt Angle came out.
Big E came out.
He had an angle slam, I think, on Big E afterwards after Big E came out. I look at Big E sometimes and I'm like, I know they have him doing this comedy stuff, but I mean,
he's a big dude.
He's a big dude, charismatic.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not I mean, somewhat athletic.
I really like Big E with the New Day. I think they hit gold having all 3 of them together.
I also wonder at times, why don't they just push him? Like, you could still have the New Day with him, but why haven't they, like, actually gone for single stuff yet?
Yeah.
It's Big E. He was once an Intercontinental Champion. Don't forget that. I mean, that Intercontinental Champion reign sucked because...
The only logical thing that I can think of is that they want the feel of the New Day to be, like, they're all equal. Like in their partnership, and
I mean, you can still have that. I mean,
you can, but maybe that's a thought of what they're doing. I don't know. I don't get them a lot. Johnny Gargano comes out. Oh, that's exciting. Jinder Mahal comes out.
Johnny Gargano kicks his ass out immediately. It was great. I was like, oh, okay, Jinder's here, great. And then Johnny Gargano's like, nope. And I'm like, yes.
Samoa Joe comes out.
Samoa Joe is another guy that, and there's one spot in particular that sticks out in my mind. He does a spot with Gargano. I think Gargano stuns him for a quick minute. I think he hits like a quick kick or whatever. Gargano goes to the top turnbuckle. Go ahead and leap. He's going to do some attack. Samoa Joe just moves out of the way.
I remember laughing at that and being like, yes, that should happen more.
Yes. Because it's just like, okay, listen, no one is actually stunned that long.
Yeah.
Nobody is. So yeah, no, he feigned him into thinking like, oh yeah, no, you can hit me. And he just goes, no, idiot.
Like if someone punches you and then someone else is on the turnbuckle, so all you do is turn around and it's very quick. You don't need to be stunned.
Right.
Because it's too fast.
Samoa Joe does a very good job. And he's another guy that, like, he makes wrestling matches feel different. He does. He enters the ring and things are different. Yeah. He is a guy that will make you feel stupid for doing stupid things.
Yeah. And you got to have those characters. You got to have those characters to kind of keep it fresh in comparison.
Yes.
How about Kurt Hawkins getting an elimination?
Yes.
And being in for 4 minutes.
He got in the ring and then slid out. He was like, nope, I'm not here. I'm going to crawl under the ring. I'm going to run around. I'm going to wait for the right times. I'm going to get one punch in on Samoa Joe. Nope, I'm out of here. Bye.
Seth Rollins, comes in.
He just came in. That was it.
I don't really remember a lot of... and now, I of course, this is the end of the night. This is my most drunkest, whatever.
Most drunk?
Most drunk. So it's possible that I was not catching on to cool things as they were happening because I was slurping down the vodka. But I don't really have that, like, that moment with Seth Rollins.
There wasn't a lot of it. He was selling a lot. He was just kind of messing around the corner. There was a lot of nothing that Seth Rollins was doing.
Titus comes out for 5 seconds.
Titus comes out. He pretends like he's going to slide underneath the ring. Like at the Greatest Royal Rumble.
So funny.
And he stopped and the crowd went nuts for it because it was like, hey, you didn't fuck up this time.
You did a reference.
You didn't fuck. Like, I would have laughed if they said it was like, you didn't fuck up, chant.
Oh, that would have been kind of funny. Kofi comes.
Wait, no. Oh. Then Titus gets in the ring and Kurt Hawkins immediately eliminates him. And Kurt Hawkins
have to, like, get back into the ring to do this?
Yes.
Yeah.
So he got back in the ring as Titus got in the ring and then knocked him straight out. And Titus O'Neil was like, then Kurt Hawkins was like to the fucking moon about this. He's like, I did it, yeah, it was me. He's like pulling on the ropes, he's excited. Samoa Joe comes up behind him. He's like, get the fuck out of here, you idiot. Yeah, I'm done with you. Thank you. Drew McIntyre also felt this way too, but we'll get to him in a moment. Kofi came in, and then I thought a guy who had a great performance in all of this, and I hate the person he got eliminated by. I know. Mustafa Ali. He was fantastic in this one.
He did a great job.
I'm just gonna say this because I need to know specifically before I say the wrong thing. I do believe that he is. I want to say. Okay, no, so it's not gonna. Okay, yeah, no. Okay, so that's what he is. So he's Pakistani.
I was like, I do know he.
I was gonna say Arab, but I was like, that's not right. Officer. No, yes, he was once upon a time. He was actually a police officer in Illinois. A lot of times people don't understand why representation is important. Like there may be like so. For instance, it's like Titus O'Neil is a black wrestler. I'm a black person. But, like, it doesn't necessarily mean that, like, I think, like, I'm not going to not criticize Titus O'Neil. He's kind of clumsy, a little stumbly. There was a point where I was like, hey, listen, I'm happy you're finally getting your shine. But now I'm just like, it's Titus, whatever. But for, like...
I have that with Sonya Deville.
Yeah. But it's the same thing with... but like I remember wrestling as a kid. It was like, yeah, sure, I like the Hardys, I liked Stone Cold, I like The Rock and everything. But one of the biggest things to me was seeing like Farouk and like seeing like D'Lo Brown. It was just like, oh shit, black people can do this too. that just being able to see.
Trying to remember.
It was a long time. Nation of Domination.
I know Farouk and stuff. I'm trying to remember.
Devon Dudley was a big one for me too.
Was that one of the cases where Ron Simmons?
Yes, that's Farouk.
Okay. So I was like, is that one of those where the name gets changed along the way as they change companies? And I'm like, I think that's Farouk. Yeah, D'Lo Brown was.
D'Lo Brown was a dude who always shook his head when he came out.
When I was a kid, I loved D'Lo Brown.
He was hilarious.
But he also was a workhorse in the Intercontinental title scene. Like I liked what he did with that.
But for me, it's cool because like I learned a lot over the past couple of weeks about like Mustafa Ali, and I think it's like a great thing that for once, because Mustafa Ali is a practiced Muslim, and he's also Pakistani, so it's really cool that like now it's like, well, kids in the Middle East can look at him and be like, I can do this.
Muslim Americans
can do this. Same thing. Yeah. It's like, oh no, I can do this. Like he goes and like he gets his daughter, goes and kisses his wife sometimes at like house shows in Illinois whenever they're there. Like it's cool to see that. And like also on top of that, they're not making him a heel like like they did with Muhammad Hassan.
Yeah.
Oh, good Lord. And that dude wasn't even like, I think he was like actually like
wasn't he like Italian?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, and I think it was like American, but like his heritage is like Italian.
Yeah, Italian American.
But they stuck him with that gimmick. Like it was nice to see that. No, Mustafa Ali is a legit wrestler. He doesn't have a gimmick like that. Like his gimmick is like, I don't understand the light up gimmick or anything like that.
I don't mind it because
I don't mind it, but it's cool that it's like, okay, that's his thing. Is that he's this phenomenal wrestler who once upon a time was like a police officer in America. Like it's so like to me like really that like when people like don't understand like why representation is important, that's why it is. Because now we may be able to get
they're not making it a big deal out of his character or anything.
Right, they're not.
But the people watching it
will see that
and be like, "Oh shit, that could be me."
Yeah,
really
that's what. Yes. Yeah. So I was really happy that he got a lot of time here. I was surprised that they actually didn't do a Mustafa or Seth Rollins spot. Because like they're like, oh, this is the match we want to see, and they kind of look similar because they got like the hair and everything. Yeah. I would have died laughing if they did that.
He got quite a few. I mean, he got 2 eliminations, and that's a decent amount.
Two big ones.
Yeah.
2 big ones. Like these are like
I did kind of clap when he took out Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe, that was because they have an ongoing
got that thing going on.
But then he also got rid of Shinsuke Nakamura, who won the Rumble last year.
Yeah, that should be this guy's big. This guy's important.
They're thus far. I have to say they're doing a great job with him right now. From being a 205 Live guy who has never won the championship, here's the big thing that got him over. He's had a few moments like this, but the specific one was everyone was like, you have to check out the 205 Live match with him and Betty Murphy. He does a Spanish fly. What?
Your buddy sounded like Betty to me, and
Betty Murphy?
I suddenly had this image of Betty White going against him in a match. And
he hit Betty White with a Spanish fly, and somehow Betty White, at 90 years old, is still able to like flip over once and take a spot through a table. But no, he does a Spanish fly from the barricade and just flips him over straight into the table. Somehow the table doesn't break. That's what makes it even crazier. Jeez. So, like, Buddy Murphy has to take the straight on his back, and they flop backwards, and that spot went like crazy for everyone. Yeah. Finally bring him on. They have him as a surprise. And first match, he's with Daniel Bryan. He loses, but that's fine because in the tag team match, he pins Daniel Bryan.
Right.
They've been doing very well with him thus far.
Yeah.
And I like the way they've been treating him. Someone that they have not been treating well, and maybe on his way out in April, Dean Ambrose comes in at 14.
I don't know if I know you do like Dean Ambrose quite a bit. How did you feel about the fact that Aleister Black eliminated him?
I was actually okay with that.
I loved it.
That was fine with me. I had no issue with that. Yeah. I was also very happy with the way the next person was taken care of, No Way Jose.
Were they trying to beat the record?
Yes, they try to do that every year. That's what they tried to do. So Titus O'Neil also botched himself getting eliminated the fastest last year.
Oh.
Because he was supposed to go over as quickly as possible. Like it was just like. you get hit with this move and you're done.
Yeah.
But he couldn't get over the ropes fast enough. Like, he got tangled in there, and then he just kind of fell out really slow. Mm-hmm. So he actually got eliminated in, like, 5 seconds instead of, like, 1. Oh. So I think they tried to do that with No Hate Way Jose this year.
All right, 2 seconds.
I don't know if that was the fastest, but they were like, I think that might be a record. Like, they were like, that might be the fastest now. I still think it's Santino. Oh. Because he got eliminated in 1 second.
Maybe they should be doing this with like a smaller flippy person to try and get that 1 second. You know,
the problem is that smaller flippy person is probably not in a comedy gimmick like No Way Jose is. No Way Jose isn't a comedy gimmick. Yeah. He comes out in a Congo line, and thankfully the next person, who is another person who is just different,
was my pick to win. The person I wanted to win.
Mm-hmm. And I would have been okay with him winning too. Yep. Drew goddamn McIntyre comes in, sees this stupid fucking Congo line. He's just like, No Way Jose,
he was
get
disgusted.
Fucked. You person in this Congo line, get fucked. Mm-hmm. Why are you staring at me? Get fucked. Everybody stay out of my way. And everybody was like, all right, now we're good. All right, now you can go.
Yeah. He got, other than what, Braun Strowman, he got the most eliminations?
That sounds about right.
Yeah, his Braun's got 5, he's got 4.
Mm-hmm.
Hey. That's cool.
He was not fucking around with stupid things. He like the Kofi Kingston Xavier Woods spot.
He was like,
Xavier Woods comes in next. Xavier Woods is like, all right, my friend Kofi is about to get eliminated, or like Kofi does something weird where he falls.
Like wheelbarrowed him or something, right?
Yeah, he falls.
Catch him.
Yeah, and then like Kofi's like, nope, I got 1 foot up, and he's like, okay, you're technically not eliminated. Wheelbarrows him. It's like, okay, we're doing something really convoluted. I don't understand why.
Wait, so Xavier, did he catch Kofi before he got in?
Yes, before he got in.
And then they get in, and Drew's just like, nope.
Yeah, and Drew's just like, this is fucking stupid. Mm-hmm. Great, you're here. Great. Now both of you can get clothesline out of this ring and get out. And that's how he looked. He was just like,
yeah.
Seth Rollins also made a face when he eliminated Elias. That's what it was. Because people love Elias. They love to see you walk with Elias. And he eliminates him. And Seth just kind of there's a close up on him. And I think he just.
Oh, he kind of.
He kind of looked at this guy and was like, what do you want? What did you want me to do?
I did laugh at that. Yeah,
that was kind of funny.
I like Elias too, quite a bit.
Then we had
Pete Dunne.
Pete Dunne coming. Dun, 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 dun,
Pete Dunne comes out.
Sorry, his theme song gets me hyped. Yeah. I love when Pete Dunne's music hit. It's the best thing ever.
I jumped out of my chair when I see Pete Dunne, and I went a little straight.
She hasn't decided what side of the fence she wants to be on yet. Sometimes she goes a little gay, sometimes she goes a little straight. She's kind of like whatever. It's like donuts. She likes one donut 1 week, and now it's like, oh no, I like frosted colored sprinkles.
How dare you mention donuts when I haven't had a donut in 4 years, and now I want a donut and I can't.
I mean, we can make it happen.
No, we can't.
We can.
I don't think good gluten-free donuts exist.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you can't do that anymore.
Dare you?
I forgot about that.
Anyways, Pete Dunne comes out, and I am jumping around. I love Pete Dunne.
I miss when he looked like a little shit.
He still does.
No. He has the hair now, so he doesn't look like a little shit.
Oh, with the hair going out.
I will.
I agree with you, but also still like the hair.
The hair, yeah, because that was just like.
Yeah.
But I'll show you afterwards, and I'll show you exactly what I mean. But he came in. I loved how many times he tried to go for the bitter end, and it would get reversed into something cool. I think he tried to do it to Rey Mysterio or Andrade. It may have been Andrade who I think he tried to do it to, and Andrade, I think Mysterio reversed into a DDT, and I was like, that's cool.
Yeah,
because it is a very convoluted move to set up.
Yeah,
it really is.
Yeah. Apollo Crews. God, I didn't realize Apollo Crews was in there for 5 minutes.
I didn't. Yeah, I kind of forgot that he was even in it. He just came out. He was there. I'm like, hey, here's Apollo Crews, and then whatever.
Aleister Black, another one. And I'm like,
yeah.
Love Aleister. Sheldon.
His hair is also getting long.
Shelton Benjamin was in there for almost 10 minutes?
Yeah. You don't remember coming in with his tights? It was weird. They had belt buckles on them.
Oh, yeah. That was weird.
Like, now you remember?
I didn't realize it was for that long, because I probably went, what are you wearing? And then he probably went in the background or, like, into some corner, and I forgot he was there for a while.
Yeah. Restaurant manager Baron Corbin came out.
Yeah.
Please tell me that's not what he looks like.
How hard that was to explain to my friend watching who doesn't watch wrestling?
What?
Baron Corbin's attire.
Oh, yeah. Because doesn't he look like...
How would be like, yes, he's supposed to be there. He's a wrestler.
So, because I can't say this on air. Well, I can, but the restaurant next to where I work.
Just say it like that. Yep. Mm-hmm.
He looks like he belongs there either as a bartender or as a like a manager.
Yes.
He fits that
100%.
restaurant. Yes. Okay. So you get what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
What did she? I'm just curious. What did your friend think about the attire?
Baron's attire.
Yes. I imagine there was confusion.
A lot of confusion.
Mm-hmm.
And me trying to be like, well, so, I don't know, eventually he cut his hair. And she's like, why does that matter? I'm like, it matters to me.
It matters to me.
It mattered a lot to me. I was like, so he finally cut his hair. And then, I don't know, he became like this manager. So that's why he wears this stuff now. And then people hate him. And she's like, okay, but what did he wear before? And I'm like, oh, well, he wore like tights and then like a shirt.
Actually, in NXT, he never wore a shirt.
Right. And, like, you know, occasionally, like, the shirt might come off. But, you know, and not, like, a tight shirt or anything. But there would be this kind of, you know. And so she's like, but why is this happening? I'm like, that's as much as I can tell you because I still don't get it.
Yeah, we still don't understand General Manager Corbin.
Yeah.
Oh, no, because he was Raw General Manager. I'm sorry. Right. Restaurant Manager Corbin. Or Bartender Corbin.
No,
He's one of those two.
My friend popped for Jeff Hardy. Because
that's Attitude Era.
She watched, well, that like slightly towards the end, which is when I was getting out. Mm-hmm. She was getting in, so like she's all in the Hardy.
Everybody loves Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, she's all into Jeff Hardy. I was like, then Rey Mysterio comes out. I'm like, hey, Rey Mysterio. She's like,
whatever.
Vaguely. I'm like,
he's Mexican.
All right.
He has a mask. It's colors.
What's going on? Yeah. That was weird.
Bobby Lashley, I was actually shocked he got eliminated this fast.
13 seconds.
Like, he came in, and it was, again, but here's the thing, Seth Rollins took advantage of his aggressiveness, which is something I like.
What you should do.
I do like it, and that's why I was shocked by it.
It's just weird.
I didn't think there was anything wrong with what happened. I was just kind of shocked. Wow, they did this to Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, that was
the guy that they're giving this almighty gimmick. Yeah. Huh, that's interesting.
Did he have like the shits or something and they had to make sure he got out? You know? Like,
so, well, we kind of jinxed him beforehand.
Did they?
Do you remember what they said on commentary when he came out?
No, at this point, actually very early on.
You turned it off, didn't you?
No, it was on, but I mastered in my head. I don't. Like, every time you mention commentary, I'm like, I don't think I heard that.
So they specifically said as Bobby Lashley came out, you know, there's never been an Intercontinental Champion who has ever won the Royal Rumble.
Oh.
They said that.
Why did they do that?
The second they said that, I'm like, he's done for. There's no shot he wins.
Like, if they said that and the person wins, it'd be like, wow, what foreshadowing.
Right.
In, like, a fun way.
But no, they did that, and then he got eliminated in 13 seconds. Damn. But I liked how they did it. Bobby Lashley, the heel, got over-aggressive, wanting to go after Seth Rollins, the former Intercontinental Champion.
And Seth
before, because he was in that triple threat match, I think.
Yeah.
And so he went after Seth, and Seth was just like...
Yeah.
And he was gone.
Yep. Then ya boy.
Braun! Sorry.
With the most eliminations.
Yes.
Of the night.
They used Braun Strowman correctly. It's just, oh, you're here. All right, nope. Time to get rid of the trash. Let's get people out of here. Bye Jeff Hardy. Yeah. Bye Baron Corbin. Bye Shelton Benjamin. Bye Andrade. Bye. Get on out of here. We don't need you. Thank you very much for showing up. Goodbye.
It's funny, Seth only got 3 eliminations. We got Elias, and then he got Bobby Lashley and Braun.
Yep.
And it's like 2 of them...
You don't even remember.
Yeah, well, 2 you don't remember.
Well, it's funny because I just said the other one. So I do remember one of them, but who was the other one he
He
eliminated?
did Elias, Bobby Lashley, and Braun Strowman.
No, actually, I remember all of his eliminations.
Yeah.
I do remember all of them.
Bobby's very quick, but what I meant is like Elias doesn't necessarily matter in
I
title scenes and stuff.
Right. Well, I only remember the Elias one because of the camera.
The face.
They can't just.
But like Bobby Lashley and Braun Strowman are supposed to matter.
Yes.
So even though he didn't get the highest amount of eliminations,
yeah.
2 of those are people that are supposed to matter. So
yeah.
that was interesting. Dolph Ziggler, he exists still.
That's how about everybody feels about Dolph Ziggler. He's just like, I mean, he's still here. I mean, there was a time where everybody was just like, Dolph Ziggler should be world heavyweight champion. Mm-hmm. And now everybody's like, Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah.
Cool.
Randy Orton comes out. He did his Randy Orton thing.
He does. He's a viper.
Woo.
He's a snake. Everybody knows that. Commentary will talk about that to the end of time.
And then we have the controversial moment.
Oh, good lord. So R-Truth comes out. He's starting to hype up the Phoenix crowd. And then Nia Jax comes out and decides to attack him. For whatever reason.
Yeah,
I don't know
I
why.
jumped up because I was like, oh shit, what's happening?
Yeah.
Because I know other women have entered men's rumbles.
Mm-hmm.
Back when they just had the rumble,
right.
not men's rumble.
But now
now it's like, okay, so what's happening here? But I jumped up. I was like, whoa, what is happening? This was not in anything I would have ever expected.
So, here's my issue with this. There are now actually 2 separate Royal Rumbles now.
Yeah.
There are specifically...
You don't have to do that. In the past, it was like a badass thing.
Because it's like, there's one Rumble.
Just one.
Now if you win, you get a shot at the... Yeah.
It doesn't...
Now it doesn't make sense.
Doesn't need to happen. I gotta say...
My second problem is... I was like, no, go, because I'll remember my second.
The other thing is... I guess Nia is kind of like, if they're going to try this out, she is the perfect person for it.
I don't think she is, but...
Very much hated as a heel.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah,
I mean?
In that regard, yes.
Very much hated the big monster, so that she's, can you imagine Alexa Bliss coming in there? Fuck everyone. It's going to,
Yeah.
So in that sense, like if it's like a test the waters thing, she's kind of the perfect person, because most people hate her anyway.
I don't agree with that, and here's the reason why, and it goes into my second point. They constantly put big women in these Royal Rumble spots, and I'm kind of tired of it. It's boring. Like, it's like...
In like the ones that I mentioned, I said...
Do you know who the other 3 women...
Well, that's what I was going to say. I know China was one.
China was one, yes.
But I actually don't know who the others are.
Karma, who is also known as...
that was a popular thing to do.
Awesome Kong. Yeah, everybody wanted Awesome Kong in there.
They were like, oh, yeah.
And Beth Phoenix.
Huh.
Who had the gimmick as the Glamazon, and she eliminated fucking Santino Marella by kissing him.
Oh, okay, you ruined it right there. That's where the bad part was.
Right.
Hidden in the... Buried the lead there.
If they want us to take women seriously in Rumbles, stop constantly just like... There's a reason why they picked Nia Jax.
Yes.
If she wasn't 6'1", 200, however many pounds she is.
Mm-hmm. They would have done that. It made it sound like you thought there was a better option for that. There were way better options than that. Who do you think? You put in somebody who can actually wrestle like an Asuka. You put in a Ember Moon, who's... This is right back to our first episode of Bar Talk, where we're talking about the ones that would be believable. Right. So you can... You're just... Any of those could would be a surprise to see Asuka in there. If Asuka were to eliminate someone like, I don't know, let's look at this list. If she could eliminate Jeff Jarrett, I wouldn't be mad. Eliminate Jeff Jarrett. Cool. Awesome. You can eliminate the following people. Jeff Jarrett. There's a lot of names. Johnny Gargano. Yeah. I wouldn't even be mad if she eliminated Jinder Mahal. No. Kurt Hawkins. Yeah. Kofi Kingston. Mm-hmm. Honestly, I wanted to protect Mustafa, but she could eliminate Mustafa Ali. No Way Jose for sure. No Way Jose, definitely. Xavier Woods. Mm-hmm. Andrade. I wouldn't want her to eliminate Andrade, but she could. I would love a beating the piss out of each other match between her and Pete Dunne. Mm-hmm. That'd be great. That would be great. I would actually love to see Pete Dunne try to do stuff, do his joint manipulation things, and then see Asuka just kick him straight in his side, oh yeah. Oh, that'd be great. It'd be fun. Yeah.
I wouldn't mind her eliminating Shelton Benjamin. Although size-wise, I worry about that.
She could.
Rey Mysterio's fine too. Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah. That's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people where I'm like, okay, no, Asuka can eliminate these people. And if she gets thrown out by Braun Strowman, so be it.
Yeah.
At least it's Braun Strowman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a big fucker who's just like, all right, you've had your fun, now you go.
Yeah, okay.
But like, and I get it. Like, there is a bit of like, it's the same reason that I don't want to see Sasha Banks in like a TLC match, because there is weight concerns. To a degree, there is weight concerns because you do not want two really skinny people who have like no like weight on them, because they have to absorb impact as well. So you put
is Sasha Banks that much?
She is scrawny. Have you not seen her?
No, I've seen her, but I guess maybe I need to see her around the right people to actually gauge in comparisons.
Yes. She is a small woman. Like okay, so
maybe I haven't seen her around the right people to actually understand what's going on.
If I were to set up like a 6-woman TLC match right now,
yes,
here are the women I would pick.
Ignoring storylines.
Just knowing their ability and their physical, like their actual like physical build. I'd be okay with Charlotte.
Oh yeah.
Asuka definitely.
Oh yeah.
Ember Moon definitely.
Oh yeah.
I would actually be safe with Ruby Riott in there.
Is she?
What?
I just learned this word recently. Is she thick? I'm using my vocabulary word of the week.
So she just learned what the word thick means. So we'll come back to that one. Did you just completely threw a...
That's 4. You got Charlotte, Ember, Asuka,
Ruby. I actually think Naomi could probably take a lot of the bumps in this. That's fine. Naomi's another one I'm fine with. I would not put Sasha Banks in this match. Absolutely no.
Yeah. So you need one
I would be safe with Bayley in this match. Bayley's fine too. So if I was to do a 6, those would be my 6.
That would be a very good match.
It'd be entertaining. Yeah. There's a lot that you can do with all those people.
Oh yeah.
I would not put Alexa Bliss in this match at all. No. Because Alexa Bliss would just hide a lot. I would have to do like specific spots
you'd
for her.
have to do the
and Alexa Bliss wouldn't be
hides.
taking anything, or if she was taking something, it would be the minimum.
Yeah.
I feel safe putting all six of the women that I just mentioned. I feel safe putting through like
tables,
a ladder, a table, getting hit with a chair.
Well, and I've definitely seen Ruby going through a table with Natalia, all that going on. She did that fine.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Natalia's another one that would be okay for that.
Yeah. I'm certain I've seen Ruby walloped with a chair.
It's why, like, it's the same thing with the men. Like, they tell them, like, you have to, like, beef up. Like, you have to, like, put on weight because a lot of the bumps and a lot of the, like, it goes across the board.
You gotta do it safely and you need a little something going on. I'm not going through a table or anything. I'm gonna die.
Like, could you imagine Casey Catanzaro taking a table spot?
Oh, no.
Or a ladder spot? No.
That would be
She would die.
Yeah.
So Nia Jax comes in. Sorry, we got sidetracked.
I know, we do. Yep.
It was an important discussion, though. Nia Jax comes in. She eliminates Mustafa Ali. I just was like, all right.
I was more,
I would like
kind of.
I would have been okay if she just eliminated like Rey Mysterio.
Instead of the other way around.
Yeah, because then you could just be like, oh, she just eliminated the WWE champion.
Yeah. Like,
okay.
Oh my God!
It's Rey Mysterio who is towards the end of his career.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah. But he's still like his name means something still.
Yes.
And be like, oh shit, she eliminated him, and then Mustafa Ali gets to eliminate her would be fucking cool.
I think they didn't want. I think they wanted to stay away from Mustafa Ali attacking a woman though.
Yeah.
Because remember, there was the point where Mustafa was just like.
Yeah, the main person who got offense on her was
Randy Orton.
Right?
Randy Orton was like, "Nah, I want this action.
But there was
I want this."
The moment that got me, where I was like, "Wait, hold on a second," and actually, started texting you was like there was not like obvious hesitation, but what would be hesitation for Randy Orton? Like he paused.
Yeah.
Before he went in for it, and I was like, "Oh shit, Randy Orton paused."
It's also a Randy Orton thing to do.
Yeah.
Randy Orton, the main criticism of Randy Orton is that he's slow. Like, he just takes his time. Like, he's menacingly just like...
I'm not... I think they do with Randy Orton what is perfect for that character.
I'm going to say this right now, and I think a lot of people are going to disagree with me on this. I actually think Randy Orton is excellent in the ring. His ring work is fantastic. I think that
I'm not gonna argue that or anything.
I think that if you were just to have a basic
haven't
wrestling match with if I were to have a basic wrestling match with anybody, I would probably want to have a basic wrestling match with Randy.
Yeah.
He can do any sort of match. It's going to be safe. He's not going to do anything stupid. He's going to get the audience. I mean, it's Randy Orton. Nobody should care about him anymore. He should have gone the way of John Cena at this point, where it's just he shows up and it's just oh, you do an RKO, cool. But
he kind of sticks around. He's not always on there every week.
No, but when he shows up, it's
probably good.
And even when he shows up, people are just okay, it's Randy Orton, whatever. But then he gets in a match and he does an RKO, and people are whoa! They lose their fucking minds. He knows what he's doing. He's not stupid. And I think he's actually one of the greatest performers still now that they have. Mm-hmm. Even at
his. For me, it's the character.
The character is really the problem.
It's not quite my thing. And the music fits the character, and that kind of goes into it.
Yeah.
You hear that music, and I'm like, okay, it's Hot Topic time.
So they do the big spot with Nia. Mm-hmm. Nia.
Seth was sleeping in a corner or something, I assume, during all this.
Yeah.
I don't think he was involved in the Nia thing.
So Seth was sleeping for a lot of this. So Nia's telling here you go, I got Randy Orton set up for the 619, do it. And and Randy's okay. He's about to set up it, and then Nia grabs him. Ziggler super kicks her. It was great. People went nuts for that. They were like, "What? You can do that again?"
Yeah, it was a team effort with her.
Oh yeah, no, everybody was just. But did you see how the crowd reacted to the fact that he super kicked her?
Yeah.
Everyone was just like, "What?" And so she gets hit with a super kick. Ray hits the 619.
Yeah.
And Randy's just there. She's like, "Yeah, you about to get this RKO." Mm-hmm. And he goes, "Well, boom, RKO's her."
And then I guess technically Ray eliminates her, but it was this whole.
I think they tried to dump her over. She didn't go over immediately, and then Ray just kind of did a baseball slide, kicked her out.
Yeah, but team effort there. I know you were way more negative about that whole thing than I was. Mm-hmm. I was also probably drunker than you when I saw it.
This is true. I was sober watching this.
Yeah, that probably makes quite the difference.
People think that I'm drunk all the time. I'm listen, I drink a lot, but I'm not drunk all the time. Mm-hmm. I'm a very responsible drunk. I pick my spots. Anyway, so everything boils down to essentially Braun Strowman, Dolph Ziggler, Seth? Andrade, and then Seth.
Okay. I was going to say, I don't remember who the last couple people were.
Braun Strowman at some point threw Seth out. I think he banged him into a ring post, but he didn't go through the ropes. He didn't go over the ropes. He went through them. So Seth was outside. And Braun was outside too, because that's what happened. So they're just kind of, oh, no. I remember what happened. Lashley got eliminated by Seth Rollins.
Right.
And his Leo Rush, Bobby Lashley dragged him out and put him through a table. Remember that?
Oh, because I remember saying to my friend, "Oh, this is Seth Rollins' little mini break."
Yes.
He gets to sleep.
He got to go to sleep outside.
Breather.
Braun Strowman, I think, hit a ring post and then just kind of went through the ropes, and he slept outside for a little bit. So for a while, it looked like, oh shit, the last two were Dolph Ziggler and Andrade, but that wasn't true. Just two people were sleeping outside.
Andrade was one of the newer people that I would have been so happy for him had he won.
Braun comes in. I think he eliminates Andrade first, and then notices Seth Rollins is stirring, and then just kind of runs him over real quick. Goes back in. I think he throws out Ziggler, and then it's just him and Seth Rollins. Mm-hmm. Seth Rollins then goes ahead and they kind of tussle back and forth, they're messing on the ropes. They're like, I'm pulling you over. Nope, They tried to do the Andre the Giant spot. That didn't happen. Then they get to the outside. Seth Rollins, I think, hits him with a super kick that knocks him into the post. Curb stomps him, and then he falls outside. Seth Rollins, your Royal Rumble winner.
Yep, it was the safe option.
Yep, it was the option I thought was going to win.
So here's my problem. This happened earlier too. When I click on the time,
That's fine. Just know that these two are the longest.
yeah. But, like, there are legitimately 3 men that were 5 seconds or less.
Mm-hmm.
And there's still another that was only 13 seconds and another that's 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane.
But I kind of like that. But that's the thing. I think Royal Rumble should be faster.
Oh yeah, like I'm not complaining. Like it's just crazy.
It's just crazy to me that they get eliminated.
Watching it, I was all for it, but to see the numbers is kind of crazy.
It's like what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is this? Seth Rollins in the longest?
Seth Rollins was the longest with 43 minutes. Mustafa
Mustafa
Ali, even
Ali.
though I didn't like who he got eliminated by, was 30 minutes. He was 30 minutes in this Rumble.
And then after that, Joey
Samoa, baby.
Yeah.
23 minutes and 43 seconds. And I thought he looked damn good in this match.
Mm-hmm.
I would say my 2 stars were Mustafa Ali and Samoa Joe. Those two were absolutely phenomenal in this.
I can't argue with that.
Those are my 2 favorites.
I had other people I was more excited to see.
Yeah, excited to see, but I thought in terms of just
in the
they
ring,
stood out to me. They did a lot in this. I remember a lot of their spots.
Yeah.
Samoa Joe and Mustafa Ali.
Yep.
And
overall, good Rumble. I think for myself, Becky winning would have made a better closer of the show.
I do agree with that, and I've told you off camera why, but I just think that because they did the women as the closer last year that they didn't want to force that point and do it again. So they had the men go on last this year. To be fair, I think it would have made more sense to have the women. I didn't think last year was the right time to do it. But they did it because it was the first time. And
Ronda was going to come out after.
No. They had a hard-on for history. And I know you hate it too. Yeah. The whole history thing. It's just like, stop. Let it happen.
Let it just be natural.
Just let it happen. Yes. You can go back 20 years from now and talk about, man, this was a historic moment. Because it makes sense. Because it was in the past. Mm-hmm. You can't talk about history in the present. You can't.
It is weird.
It's dumb.
Also, looking at this color-coded, like, am I crazy or are there a lot more Raw guys in here?
No, there were a shit ton. Whoa, wow, yeah, no, now that I see that, you're right.
A weird amount.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, Smackdown has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Raw has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so it's not that big. You know what? You know what's making you see that? It's the amount of Raw guys eliminated in that short of amount of time. You're seeing that, and it looks like that.
Yeah, it's still slightly more. Slightly more, but not quite.
It's only 3 people more.
Yeah.
But the SmackDown people actually lasted way longer.
Yeah. Yep. Because the women's looks. Yeah.
Yeah. There are definitely way more Raw women here, though. I would actually think there's more. It looks like there's more NXT women than SmackDown women.
Yeah, what happened there?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 SmackDown women. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 NXT women.
Oh, don't forget Becky. She's in the yellow.
Oh, the winner. Okay, so 9.
Yeah.
6 NXT women. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so again, it's just because there's more. It looks like there's way more.
Yeah. Anyway, fun Rumble. I watch Rumbles, Royal Rumble for the Rumbles.
Yes.
So all in all, pretty positive.
Mm-hmm. I would go kind of just like it's okay. I think that it had very few moments where I was just kind of like whatever. The whatever moments was like Ms. Shane McMahon, the bar. Yeah. That could just whatever.
That's when you go.
Surprisingly, the Daniel Bryan AJ Styles match was a whatever. Yeah. But I think when you look at the 2 singles women matches, Asuka Becky was great. Mm-hmm. Rousey and Sasha Banks picked up towards the end. Mm-hmm. You look at Brock Lesnar, Finn Balor. I thought overall it's a show you can go watch back and be like, there are enjoyable moments. But the show to me just went on way too long.
Oh, that's like every pay-per-view though.
No, but this one was especially long. This was, do you know how long this pay-per-view went? 5 hours.
Jesus.
It was like
no wonder I was
like
drunk.
4 hours and like 50 something minutes.
No wonder I was drunk.
insanely long. But other than that, I enjoyed what the program gave us.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so that's
probably,
it.
Yeah, there's gonna be like some editing probably going on there. So
we'll talk to 404 when we get there. But thank you all so much for joining us for this one. If you want us to talk about more wrestling stuff, let us know in the comments down below about what you want to hear us spat off about. We're listening, obviously.
Or any other topics.
In general, because we still need to post like the other bar talks too. I told 404 specifically to hold off on them. Mm-hmm. So when we get there,
they'll be randomly out.
They'll be randomly out. But yes, let us know what you want to talk about next, and we'll do it on the next bar talk. Mm-hmm. I need another drink, and you need another drink. Too. Yes. So let's take a break. Bye, guys.